Get your shit submitted! You're just quiet. Face is just quiet. Do 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 do. I'm not quiet. You're quiet. Uh-oh! Oh no! Ah! Hello! It's time! How you guys doing? That's what's up! How's it going, guys? I gotta do the old man dance. Have you ever seen a whiter man dancing with the points? Okay. What the hell was that movie where they were like cheering on the dude? Oh, damn. I already got a super chat? Hot damn, thank you so much. Maybe, oh, it was Chandler in Friends. It was Chandler. Speaking of white, I was doing the Chandler dance where Monica's all like, yeah, you go, like hyping him up, and he sees himself on a video and he's like, good stuff. Good stuff. So I was going through some really old Google Photos, and I found some like really interesting stuff I'd like to show you guys, if you don't mind, before we get started, just to kind of give you a little backstory on where I'm from and how I led to here, and hopefully it'll help you a little bit understanding what's going on. I mean, like, honestly, when I first started, I'll go ahead and mute this. When I first started, it was a channel called Mocknix, and I'll bring that up real quick so you can see it, because it still does exist, although it's, I did quit eventually on that one, and there's a good reason why.
So, I was showing this.
One second. Mocknix, and I'll explain the mistake I made with it, so you don't have to worry about it. But basically, Mocknix was this 3D channel, and I put like a ton of effort into it. And you can see, like, going back, I tried a bunch of different things, and how it actually began is I was playing around with Blender, and this was like the very first thing I made. It's just like these dudes inside of a Pepsi can, and I thought that that was really, really cool. And so my biggest issue all stemmed from the amount of effort that I put in these things, and it just kind of loops. So I didn't even make it a short. I actually made this before shorts were a thing, which is, I don't know, that seems like it makes me old, but shorts aren't that old. But anyway, so this was like one of the first things I made in Blender, and then I made something else very similar where it's a bunch of these people inside of the handle of a dumpster, but you don't really see that until you get to the end of it. And basically what I did was I made my own music. I took my guitar into my bathroom and I played guitar, and I just had a really good time making cool shit, right? This guy is like cooking stuff inside of a bottle cap. I think those are like grasshopper legs that I made. These are like nails. Those are matches as stairs. I thought that this stuff was like really, really interesting, and it is. It's cool. It takes a lot of effort. I'm proud of it. I really liked what I did back then. That's when I first discovered Mixamo, where I could use some of their like animation, like their I don't know what you call it, but the armature animations. And so like these people plant strawberries, and to get up there they have to climb some like headphones, and that's like a dental mirror and stuff. This guy's climbing some safety pins attached to some iPhone headphones, whatever. And I thought that this was like really interesting. Half of that was me being proud and wanting to watch the end of it, so just bear with me. But going back to that channel, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And so the very first thing that I made was something called Too Old to Learn Blender. And I made this character that sort of looked like me. And that was the very first thing I thought. If I match the first frame to the thumbnail, maybe it'll get people more interested. Maybe if I make my eyes super green, it'll get people's attention. Maybe if I use a meme, which was popular at the time, maybe it'll get people's attention. I tried every trick in the book. I thought, dude, I'm gonna nail it at one point, but nothing ever worked. And I did some crazy shit. I mean, I really, really went at it. I brought up like current events, all sorts of stuff, just to try to get, I don't know, to try to get some attention. Basically, I wanted people to care about my art. I wanted to create stuff, and I wanted people to care about it. But it never worked, ever. I mean, not ever, because eventually I found out how to make it work, but I was hitting this wall. And I went back through and I found a couple old images. This was the very first thing I made with this character. It was called Lip Sync, or SyncNix. It was a lip sync tool for Blender. And that was like the whole reason I started YouTube in the first place, because I had to make a tutorial for this tool. And once I made the tutorial, then I kind of like, wow, I got a lot of views on that. It was like 200. I'm like addicted now. I gotta make stuff. I gotta get these views. I gotta build a community. And I found a lot of purpose later on as I started discovering what other people were doing. But I tried a bunch of different things. I turned Mocknix into like a talk show, and I interviewed a guy named Tuv. And this was my first 1,000 subscribers, February 10th, 2022. I guess I accidentally drew a D on there. I don't know. And then this was the kind of stuff that I was dealing with at the time. I was in Germany. I was totally alone. I couldn't speak the language. I couldn't talk to anybody. I was a 30-year-old man in a room full of 18-year-olds going to school as an intern, basically. I had some skills left over from my previous decade of being a touring musician, but this was my life now. I moved to Germany to be with my wife, and I started my life completely over. And when I did start over, I was like really into gaming because I had nothing to fill that void. But eventually the creative itch got me, and I picked up Blender. And this is what I would do. I said, fuck it, I'm not gonna learn all this stuff. Like, the only way that I could learn in Germany was to take out my phone and point Google Translate at everything to learn. And this is all I had. And so when I would go to school, I would be working on Blender. And then I would go home and I'd watch vidIQ, and eventually I got noticed. This was me. They like brought my chat up, and I thought, oh God, I'm famous. Like, they recognize me, right? Little did I know what my future held with vidIQ. But anyway, so after this, I started learning what not to do. But first, before I learned my big lesson, I'll skip forward because a lot of you guys already know this story. But vidIQ, they had this this Max community thing that you could join and you could get reviewed. The reviews on vidIQ kind of work like they work here, where they're just randomly drawn. And you guys make sure you're getting your submissions in, because I'm going to start drawing you here soon. But they were randomly drawn. I never got picked. Just like I know a lot of you are pissed off you never get picked, and it's not fair to like go and pick random people. Like I just spin a wheel and hopefully you get picked. And I get the pain there, but that's why I offer the same thing through my VIP community, realcreator.community, if you want to go to that website. Because the VIPs that are in here today, we have, let's see here, we have 5 submissions of the VIPs, right? And then we have 63 submissions of you guys so far. And the VIPs always get reviewed. So that's realcreator.community if you're interested in that. But they had something similar called Max. I joined it with like my last $70. I had like a little bit of a weird allowance going on because you are... you are given an allowance with this internship thing. It's called Azubi, A-Z-U-B-I. And you do half work and then you do half school, and they give you like less than minimum wage. But I spent all my money on vidIQ. I joined, I got reviewed. The review didn't really help because I wasn't aimed in the right direction. But what did help was Travis at vidIQ. He hired me as his animator or as his editor. He really loved the stuff that I was doing, and so I went and I edited for a channel called Travis Tries the World. Amazing work I did on this channel. I'm like really proud of the stuff that I did. I did all the thumbnails and stuff like that. But if you go back to the very first one, I tried to eat an entire McDonald's menu in under an hour. If you watch that, you'll see how much effort I put in there to impress Travis. I'm like, I'm gonna make this the best video I could ever possibly edit. And oh my God, the amount of stuff in this damn video is absolutely insane. Like I can't even remember half the stuff that I did for it, but I turned it into this like giant story. Like every 2 seconds, like something new happens. It's crazy. Anyway, I worked with Travis for a little while until I got hooked up with vidIQ. I worked at vidIQ for like 3 years, and I learned a lot of things during that time. But during that time, if we go to this John Scott channel, I'm going to take you behind the scenes because now I'm going to tell you exactly how I figured out what I figured out. And I didn't notice that I did this until like 3 days ago, okay? If we go all the way back, before I had these viral animations, before anything, I'll tell you what the first viral video I had was. Not really viral, but like the first light bulb. And I can't believe I totally forgot about this. But if we go further back, there are these videos. This one's like 12,000. And the top 5 most downvoted Reddit comments. Let me just pick these 2 so you can see what I did. I didn't realize that I had done what I did with these. I pointed them out a couple weeks ago, what I had done. Okay, this is the perfect example. I'm going to turn on the volume so you can see it, and then I'm going to point out what I did. Top 5 most downvoted comments on Reddit. Number 5. A photo of SpongeBob is posted and the caption reads, "You can only upvote this picture of SpongeBob." Okay, so it's like a listicle, but this little template timer thing up here, I didn't realize I copied that. I took that from Mr. Who's the Boss. I didn't know that at the time, of course, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't realize that that would lead me to figure out the fucking secret weapon that made everything viral from there on. I didn't realize that that lesson I learned actually helped me go get my millions and millions of views on my stories. I didn't realize that this all came down to one secret that I finally figured out. And as I look back, I can see it now, clear as day, what the secret was. I'm going to tell you now. I've built it up way too much. After I left vidIQ, I started working for Creator Rants, which has now become John Scott, right? I made this course, viral.school, and I was like pretty stoked about it because a lot of people wanted to know how I made these animations. They wanted the behind the scenes. They wanted to see how I filmed myself, even like little things like how I remove reflections out of my glasses with a diffuser, like everything. So I made this course. It's viral.school. And before you guys go and buy this, just know that I put up this big disclaimer about the inauthentic content, people getting demonetized, because there's no guarantee that you're going to make money if you buy this course or anything like that, because YouTube is like being a dick about it, about animation, right? But anyway, when I made this, I made this because everybody started asking, how are you making those animations? And I made that and I said, here you go. Now you can learn how to do Blender. You could go viral maybe, you could make money maybe, but you'll still leave knowing the skill of Blender. But the thing was, not everybody needed to learn animation. Not everybody needed that. They needed to know how to go viral. And so all the things that I had learned, I'm like, well, shit, if you really want to go viral, just templatize things. And when I go back to the Machniks channel, I realized that my biggest problem was I put all the effort into it, but that doesn't matter if you can't get the attention. The attention is what matters most. Then people will see the effort, but they'll never see the effort if they don't click, if they don't watch the first 2 seconds, and that's where the hook is. That's where the problem is. And I didn't know how to hook for the longest time, and so what did I do? Just like Mr. Who's the Boss, I fucking copied it. I learned how other people hook. I learned how to templatize hooks with the audio, the visual, the text. I write those down, I watch and I study, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's exactly how he hooked. How can I do it for me? And so that's what I created hookbomb.com out of, because, like, that's exactly how it works, right? You go into this, I mean, people are actually getting millions of views with it, but basically you just watch a viral video and you can break it down into the viral hook. Like, here, I'm going to show you some examples so you can take them and do whatever you want with them, okay? I'll just take you through the tool so you can get some for free, and then I'll start reviewing you guys, okay? Here, let's take a look. Here is, how do I remove that? Yeah, there we go. Here's hookbomb.com, okay? I'm just gonna click randomize. All right, looks like we have storytelling, challenge, beauty, fashion. So this one.
I lost 20 pounds, so I gave myself a budget of $1,000 to go buy some new clothes that fit me better. I swear I've been—
Okay, so niche milestone, she said lost 20 pounds. You could say, I got 1 million subscribers, so I rewarded myself with whatever. And then this one is kind of like, you can't apply it to a whole lot because it's a storytelling one. But, like, I mean, let's just go to gaming, because a lot of you are gamers, right? Let's give away some gaming ones. How about this one?
How to get a gaming desktop for less than $200. Step 1, head online and pick—
Okay, so you could see that the dude was looking at his gaming desktop and he said how to get a gaming desktop for less than price. How to get a niche item for less than price. That's that specific hook. But how do you apply that to other things? Like, you could do that with gaming, obviously. You could say how to get the blank or the game's upgrade for free, or how to get free Robux, you know what I mean? Like, anything will work in this situation. But if you wanted to do it for beauty, how to get a designer wardrobe for less than X amount. Music, how to get a professional recording for less than X amount. Gardening, how to get a professional greenhouse, or how to build one. I've seen a lot about that. Like, it's that simple. And you're like, well, that's dumb, right? Yeah, it's fucking dumb. I agree with you. Why does it get millions of views, though? I mean, the one that the dude did was this one. We had a Roblox Rants creator roll up in here. He took this one from this Roblox, I think it was Roblox Rants, and then he got 8 million views. This one only has 2 million. Look at this.
I just found a dark secret in this Roblox game, and it's in an
That's it. I just found extreme secret in niche. So I just found the most ridiculous looking canvas I've ever seen. That's art. I think he said, I just found the most ridiculous, or I just found a dark secret in this optical illusion or something. Or I just found a hidden secret in this optical illusion. That's what he did, and he got millions of views. What was his name? Rants, Ghost Rants. That's what it was. I don't know if, I don't know how many of you have seen this, but I always know it's this one right here.
I just found a crazy secret in this yin and yang illusion.
Easy enough. That's where he got it. He got it from Hookbomb. And how's it doing now? 9 million views. It is that simple. And so with Machniks, had I just known if I had templatized things that were working, just like I did with Mr. Who's the Boss timer, because it keeps retention, had I known to copy it and learn everything I can about it, and then I could write my hooks, I would stop having this, like, I don't know, this war inside of me. I felt like if I do something like that, I'm just a copycat. I'm not any better than anybody else if I copy this stuff. You're not copying the exact thing. You're looking at a template of how things work and how people read. It's like stories. They're like, or children's books. They're written in a specific way because that's the way it works. this hooks are the same exact thing. So if you want to go viral on YouTube, go look at other, you could get hookbomb.com if you want, but you don't have to. You could just go and look at other things in your niche or outside of your niche, look at those shorts, write down exactly what they said, remove the main words and replace them with yours, and you'll go viral. That's the secret, okay? Anyway, that's hookbomb.com if you want it. That's basically what I did was I went through hundreds of hooks and organized them by niche, and then you could do faceless if you want, and that's what the hook bomb tool is. It basically does that for you, but you don't need the tool. You don't need it. I mean, I didn't need it, but then I made the tool for myself. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's get to reviewing, guys. I'm gonna go a little bit longer because I just spent 20 minutes talking your ear off, but let's go ahead and get to some reviews. What do you guys say? Feel good about that? Feel good about that? Cool. Cool. Okay, anyway, does Hookbomb get updated? Yeah, it does. Originally, I wanted to update it weekly, but I'm creating another tool and something special for the VIPs, something free. I'm excited for the VIPs. But I'm updating it with like 50 to 100 hooks per month. And, oh, I forgot the best part. It's not a subscription. It's just one-time purchase, that's it. I hate subscriptions unless, there's no AI involved in it, right? It's me doing all the work, writing down a big sheet, breaking down these hooks because I can see the psychology, and then you get to use that to your advantage. That's it. So I don't have any ongoing overhead for the tool, so I'm not charging a subscription because, why would you, right? But if I got a tool that comes out that has to use AI or whatever for any reason, then it would have to be that's why Adobe does it. That's why most of these tools out there, they don't choose to do one-time price because then they'd go bankrupt fast. But anyway, this, no AI involved. Hookbomb.com, it's not a subscription. That's the tagline, actually. It's not a subscription. Okay, let's roll with the VIP. We'll bring up the spinner and we'll give it a good old spin. What do you guys say? Good? Good. Number 32. Let's roll. Hey, it's Ping Dude.
This house is much cheaper than you think because the owner decided to cover his windows. You see, back in England, 1696, instead of taxing your income, the British government will count the number of windows you have in your house and tax you that way.
Okay, so you said, John, what am I doing wrong? I keep getting locked at 30K views. Oh, that's not. Sorry, one sec. There. All right, what you're doing wrong is I'm not sure what... See above story. I wonder if you remember it. Hold on. Let me pause the timer here. You picked me once a Lego Minecraft thumbnail, and I was so happy I recorded it and showed everyone. You helped my thumbnails, and the next month I went from 200 to 4,000. Oh, so you watched one of my vidIQ thumbnail live streams? I don't remember, but I mean, dude, if you've got the video or the link to it, I'll go back and watch it. That's really funny. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right, so Ping Dude, what you're doing here, what your issue? By the way, will this even work? I keep getting distracted, but I want to see if my chats are popping up. Chats, there we go. Cool. All right. Man, you know, some of my buttons just aren't having it today. Yeah, there we go. All right, maybe I'm just not hitting it hard enough. But anyway, Ping Dude, sorry I didn't leave the timer going because I get distracted. Thanks, Spidey Steve, for distracting me. You were there every week for months. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. Okay, so Ping Dude, first I'm like, why? What's going on here? Okay, because I thought you said this is worth much more than you think. Hold on.
This house is much cheaper than you think.
Okay, this house is much cheaper than you think. It's a fucking Minecraft house. I don't have any, I don't have any relevance in my head of like how expensive that is, right? So where's the clarity in this? What are you talking about? That's not going to hook me. Now, if it was a real house that you showed me, then I'd be like, okay. If it was a real house that looked expensive, then you have a contrarian hook. Then it finally all makes sense. But right now, I don't think this is expensive. It's a video game.
Because the owner decided to cover his window.
Like, you might think, well, it's because I make these about, it's Minecraft, but it's about real stuff. I didn't know that. I'm a random viewer scrolling through and I see this. Where's that context, right? You might think, well, it's in the title. I don't read the title. Nobody does. Nobody reads the title. That's not going to help you. What's going to help you is enough context and clarity right at the beginning, okay?
House is much cheaper than you think because the owner decided to cover his windows. You see, back in England, 1696.
So, if you're gonna do this, you really gotta hit it with the window tax explained in Minecraft. But here's the thing, you don't have to say it exactly like that. What I would say is something like the most. Dude, yeah. So don't make it about the items that are in the animation at all. Just don't point out anything. Just let it kind of fill the story, and then you tell your story separately. The visuals are just here. Don't say this house, this window, this guy, whatever. It might work for other channels, but like, let's just try something different here because it's still not working for you. But if you said in London in 1856, there was something called the window tax, right, or something like that. I don't know, 1696. Or the most ridiculous tax. Actually, the most ridiculous thing a government did to their citizens, the most ridiculous betrayal. Now I'm just getting it better and better in my head. The most fucked up betrayal a government pulled off on their citizens, like something like that. This is how I would start it. So, this is the worst thing a government has ever done to its citizens. Bam. Okay, that's a good hook. I didn't go with betrayal because it's not a 4th grade term. So you got to simplify it. Remember, always keep it simple, 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 simple. All of you remember that. 3rd, 4th grade level, right? Don't say any words above that. All right, it's going to help you a lot, I promise. So, yeah, this is the, whatever I just said, that's the one. And then you continue in 1696, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. And then you just let the animation fill out the story, okay? That's the way to go about this. You're telling a story, Minecraft is just there for eye candy. All right, move on. All right, number 38. This one is Liza Fitness. How do I get a reaction jail? All right. Will the music from YouTube audio library get me stuck? No, it won't. Exercises like push-ups and squats, since prominent creators have those. No, don't even worry about that. That's no. Especially if you make your own video footage, like you don't have to worry about the content to the turtle circle, okay? Yeah, this is no problem, all right? But you have to, like, your issue is value. So there are plenty of trainers out on YouTube. What are you going to do that's different? How are you going to show me something that I've not seen before? How are you going to confirm with me that your version is the right version, right? If I were to do something like this, I would start by like justifying their failures, right? Like, here's why this isn't working. And you're not fucking crazy because it's failing for everybody. And I don't know why they keep telling you to do this because it's not working for anybody, okay? Here's what actually works. You should probably learn a bit more about copywriting, okay? Because copywriting will help you a lot with your approach to your content. This is just like, all right, more workout stuff, all right? Expectation. I like the hook that you got going on here. Expectation versus reality. It's it's definitely something that works. It's just not the greatest. It's not the greatest. I'm gonna pause this because I'm gonna give you something that will work. Let's say you have expectation and you're down pushing up, like you're about to do push-ups, right? And you go to start and you do push-ups, and then reality, I'm asleep instead. You're like asleep on the ground. That's like 3 seconds of your short. You do 3 of these in a row, then you've got a solid short. But what you did is so like basic that it's not really gonna resonate or hit with a lot of people, especially because it takes you so long to get to the reality that they're just like, I'm not really, like, basically what the experience is, and every one of you are going to say the same thing, or at least you're going to agree with me after I say it. When I scroll, here's my first impression. I see you. I didn't see expectation, right? Working out at home. I didn't read that immediately, but it's the second thing I check. Actually, it's the third thing. The second thing I check is it worth it? I look over here. Is it worth it? Is there something funny that happens in this? Because if there is, there's going to be more likes and more comments. You don't get to that point by having such a long hook. I mean, it's only 4 seconds, I know, but because it's such a basic setup, it's not going to hit the same, okay? So when you're doing something like this, look at what other people are doing in the fitness space and see what's really, really working. And then you can start grabbing those hook bomb type hooks and bringing it in. But when I see fitness, I see them do back to back to back 3 things if it's a joke type situation. So my recommendation is to like study your competition and then do it better, basically. I kind of give you a lot of shit there, so I'm just going to move on. But yeah, copywriting will definitely help. Part-time progress. Welcome. Wait, aren't you a VIP?
With the modded M4 that I found earlier.
Yeah, what the hell? Did you not submit in the VIP? Yeah, you did. All right, I'm going to skip you because you're going to get a review later anyway, okay? I skipped a VIP. Spidey Steve. Okay, good. I like the hook. I almost wonder if it's not performing well for you. I wonder if you need to be more specific with your hook. Because anybody can say didn't see that one coming on any short. To the point where that specific phrase hook might be overdone. One that I saw a lot recently is bro cooked with that last one, or blank cooked with that last one. I don't see that as much as didn't see that coming, or that last one was crazy, right? These are like basic bitch type hooks that are good. They're better than a newbie, but they're not like, you need to get a little more specific with what you're talking about. Like make it about a player, make it about a block, make it about a creeper, make it like something like that, and then you'll end up in a better situation. You say, but I don't know if they did perform well, not my normal style or what. The others I did have more interesting beginnings. The only... Okay. Yeah, and so, let's see. Okay, there's no stakes yet. There's no tension. There's nothing really built up. I'm just leaving. Right now, it feels like I'm watching somebody enjoy Minecraft, which I don't care to watch. But it's really, really pretty. Oh, it's all diamonds. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, I would definitely be specific about that. Like, what did I just uncover, or I found, hold on. What's the mountain that Smaug is in? Lonely Mountain? It's called the Lonely Mountain? What's the Dwarf Kingdom? Watch the ending. Okay. Yeah, just so you know, you say watch the ending, nobody got there, right? For this reason. Okay. Cool. All right, yeah. So you want people to get to the ending, but you don't. Yeah. Like, honestly, I thought this was the ending, and I'm like, okay, cool. Honestly, the first time somebody sees this right here, they're leaving at 12 seconds. I hope you know that. You ended it already. You fulfilled your hook to everybody that showed up, and they're like, okay, cool, right? I don't know why there's 15 more seconds of this, but I'm not going to stick around. I get it. I see the punchline. So, yeah, build up some tension or shorten this, right? Anyway, yeah, the payoff, it felt like it already paid off, and so nobody got to stick around to the end. Why would they, right? There is just so much time of nothing happening. 10 seconds is a lifetime in the shorts feed, bro. Smog was in Candy Mountain with with Charlie the Unicorn. Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna skip now. It always helps to see somebody else watch your stuff and realize, oh wow, they didn't even get to the good part, because the good part is too far away. Oh, that was number 70. Pause real quick. This sounds like slop content, so I'm gonna open it off screen. Nope, it's not. Because the name Damn Really, it sounded like just another like AI channel name.
How a teenager bought a real-life house just by having his own fake virtual pizza company. This is
Okay, that pause is too pausey.
Michael, also known as Dude One. He created the classic Roblox game Work at a Pizza Place. It completely...
Okay, there is it says, should I continue doing this kind of content? I would probably bail already. If I would have started this story, I would say this guy did this, right?
Teenager bought a...
But you're saying how a teenager did this thing. I don't know. It makes me more into it when you say this person, right?
Real-life house just by having...
Don't say teenager, say 15-year-old or whatever, because that is more impactful than just teenager. You're leaving a lot of open ends. The younger they are, the more impactful it is.
Having his own fake virtual pizza company.
Okay, that should have been a part of the hook, right? This, but it felt like it wasn't. This 15-year-old ran a fake pizza company and bought a house with the profit. Like that's a hook.
He created the classic Roblox game Work at a Pizza Place. It completely took over.
And then I'm leaving. I get it now. Okay, so all the stuff after that I don't care about, and then the last thing I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna stick around anyway because the voice. And that's a personal thing. I don't give it the time of day when it's not a real voice. Okay.
So the hate on iPhones is not working. A new survey of over 5,000 US...
What does that mean? What is it, bud? What? What's wrong? You tired of me talking? All right, give me a sec, guys.
I know there's text, visual, and audio, and once you learn what those are for, hookbomb.com is where to go.
This channel did what I said and got 650,000 views. Then they did it again and got 7 million views. This is exactly what he did.
There's one game on Roblox you should never play.
That one turned into 670,000 now.
There's one color you should never see.
And then the one that got 7 million views, I think he used this one.
I just found a dark secret in this Roblox game, and
I just found a crazy secret in this yin and yang illusion.
They actually got more views than the hook from Hookbomb that inspired it. By the way, these examples are coming from hookbomb.com. It's a tool I made that you can search for all different types of hooks in different niches. You can do faceless. Hookbomb.com if you want it. It's not a subscription.
It's not a subscription!
Recently, somebody got 8 million views with a 1 million view example. It was Roblox too. Hookbomb.com if you want it. It's not a subscription. Let's do another example. Number 3. Perception versus reality. I hope that's what it says. Got it. Example 1. All right, sorry, I'm back. Hey. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Mose was in here and I totally forgot. Just tired of me being loud. All right, so Will isn't here. Yeah, sorry. So if we got some assholes up in here, I don't know. Y'all are gonna have to flag them and tell me to ban them because I'm not paying that much attention. Okay. Get situated here. Who keeps copying my emojis? What did John say about VIPs? What did I say about them? Okay, so anyway, 1 second here. So this one, Ask Varun. You started with a hook that didn't make sense to me because I don't know the context of it. All right, so give me a sec.
So the hate on iPhones is not working.
Oh, sorry. Let me pop the pip down there.
So the hate on iPhones is not working. A new survey of over 5,000 US smartphones.
Okay, the hate on iPhones is not working. I'm not sure what that means. Like, is it a collective thing that everybody's hating on iPhones? And if so, what's the point? Like, what's not working? Was the goal to, like, not have people buy iPhones anymore? Like, you might say, you can't see the shorts. What? Screen. You guys can't? I'm just gonna assume there's a lag and I'm getting these chats late. Okay, so, what the hell was I saying? I don't know. Oh, you might say, John, if you keep watching the short, you'll get the context. I'm not gonna keep watching it, so what now, right? The majority of people won't keep watching it. It's like, you know how when you're talking to somebody, and they start to tell you a story, but it's a story that you already heard. And so you just kind of have to stand there and be nice and just like, yeah. Oh yeah? Like, wow, right? Yeah, the internet doesn't have that. People will just leave your story because, like, you didn't get to the point in 2 sentences. And so, yeah, that's the thing about the internet.
iPhone users just dropped, and the numbers are kind of absurd. 96.4% of the iPhone users plan
Your editing is phenomenal. I love it.
to stick with Apple for their next upgrade, and Android users are 3.7 times.
Oh god, it looks so clean. You know what? I don't know if it's like a trend or whatever, but I'm seeing a lot more of this style where there's like some cursive thrown in. It's just so clean. And like that, oh man, that looks great.
4% of the iPhone users plan to stick with Apple for their next upgrade, and Android users are 3.7 times more likely to switch to the iPhone than the other way around. And when they were asked why they wanted to switch, the number one reason was the Apple ecosystem. And I get it, there's nothing close to it in the Android world. So haters can keep hating, meanwhile Apple...
Okay, I'm gonna pick on you for a second. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I'm like, well, I definitely use a drop shadow right there because you can't read it. And then this is like, yeah, there's some things that I'm just like, yeah, it's a little too much. And then your light leaks. This is a personal preference. You can take this or leave it. Fuck light leaks. I am so sick of light leaks. Every editor that wants to be editor, they use light leaks. For everybody that doesn't know, here's a light leak.
Dropped, and the numbers are kind of absurd. 96.4% of the iPhone...
That little transition, it's like blink, and then there's like these little light things. Oh my god, it's so done.
6.4% of the iPhone users...
I'm just so sick of it. And it's like nice, and it feels fine. But to me, I'm like, I'm chronically online. I'm just so fucking sick of seeing it. Because every editor tries to do it. Like, I'm just, ugh. Anyway, outside of that, I love your editing. If you hire any editing company, they're gonna do that shit.
The hate on iPhones is not working.
But oh man, your shot right there, it looks so good. The subtitles are in the correct spot. It's very, very nice, okay? So yeah, your problem is that your hook needs more context, okay? All right, I feel like I tore that guy apart and also gave him good advice. And then I was a petty bitch about things too, so We got the best of all worlds there. Okay, this one is... You know what? Before I continue, I'm going to look at the sheet and make sure nobody is sending multiple submissions with a bunch of different emails. And if they are, I'm going to ban them. Because I have seen that happen several times. Man, there's one person that keeps submitting that I'm just not going to pick. I don't like you because of something that you did a while ago. I'm not going to tell you who you are, but there's probably no point in watching my streams. That's all I'm going to say. It's something that happened back at vidIQ. Maybe you remember, maybe you don't. Anyway, now everybody's wondering if it's them. Everyone's like, what the fuck? And no, it's something that happened a while back that I'm not gonna let go. Actually, you know what? I don't even think Will knows about it. Okay. It's you, isn't it? No, it's not. It's not Kalia. Alright, so number 78, Mondless Be Like, and I'll give you a little extra time since I did my little bitch rant. Oh man, there was so much going on I didn't even read it. Beat him so hard he left. Okay, I kind of want to stick around to see that. Okay, I'm not sticking around anymore. So, I would say, number one, work on your text hook. Like, the hook just needs to be a little more interesting. I'm going to pause this so it doesn't stress me out. It needs to be a little more interesting, and then end your short right around 15 seconds. If this is all that's going on, like, make it short, right? Because I don't want to watch somebody just play a game if there's no story to it. And just, I beat him, or he quit, isn't enough of a story to keep me for 30 plus seconds, okay? So, what is this? 30 seconds. But I don't know what all that sound is, but if there was like a conversation or like he was yelling at you or something like that, that's enough to keep somebody all the way through, okay? Because they're experiencing the story, but if it's just playtime, there's not enough going on there, okay? So those are the two things that I'd work on. All right. Number six. Okay, here in like 10 minutes, we're going to do VIPs, and then after that, I'm going to reset the form, and so everybody gets a fair shot. There's like 80 in here right now, but when I reset it, submit as fast as you can, because then like you'll be, maybe it'll be you and like 3 other people. The last time I did it, it was only 2 people when I spun it the first time, so that person had a 50-50 shot. Then I got a message from the person that was the other 50 that didn't get picked, and it was pretty funny.
If you've ever played Mobile Legends, you probably know that it can be really laggy since it will just keep updating and add more skins to the game. But there's actually a way to reduce a lot of lag if you know this simple setting. You probably know that lowering your graphics settings could boost performance, and this works, but you still kind of get laggy sometimes because you still have to load the special effects that skins have.
So, a couple of things. You've graduated, dude. At some point, alright, let me ban this motherfucker. Alright, actually, you're not banned, but nobody can see your shit anymore. Hope that feels good. Anyway, the scripting that you have in here, like, I want to have a level up system where creators hit certain levels to me, and when they hit a certain level, and this has confused a lot of the VIPs, my advice changes, right? Like, I will tell a level 1 to make a 30-second short and only focus on 30-second shorts because they waste too much time with fluff. But if you've graduated to level 2, you're not doing that anymore, so I won't give you the 30-second advice anymore, right? Well, whiny, you have graduated to a specific level where I no longer have to teach you hooks, right? But I do have to teach you that there are certain fluff words that you should probably get rid of. Like, you probably already know that. If that's not a part of the hook, don't say it anymore, okay? Like, I mean, I don't even know how well it does for the hook. I mean, did you?
If you've ever played Mobile Legends, you probably know that it can be...
Okay, you said you probably know that. That's fine. It's okay in the hook, but you say it again, you probably already know that.
really laggy since it will just keep updating and add more skins to the game. But there's actually a way to reduce a lot of lag if you know this simple setting. You probably know that low...
Why? Right? There's no point, right? You could say...
You know this simple setting. You probably...
you know this simple setting. 1, blame, blame, blah, blah, blah. 2, blame, 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 blah, blah. 3, like at this point, you're at rehook territory. But if you start just labeling out things as a list, that'll keep people. But if you keep talking and keep using fluff words, you probably already know this specific phrase, or you probably already know this strategy. It's like, just fucking tell me the strategy. Don't build it up anymore, right? And so there are a couple things that I would get rid of out of there. Like once you get to that point, start removing words, because the shorter you make it, the higher your retention will be, the more views you will get. You might be uncomfortable making a 20-second short, but from my experience, when I make a 20-second short, that shit works. Those people, they get all the value they want. There's not a single wasted word, and it gets millions of views. So, hopefully that helps you. Derek, I believe you are a mod. Yeah. Keep an eye out for spammers. I had to ban one guy. And I love you. This person says clip consume. If it's a clip channel, you know I'll be skipping it. Oh, it's a ranking channel. Wow. Wow. Why did that video got more views than my others? I don't know. People enjoyed it more. Okay. Just so you know, I don't help ranking channels or clip channels or anything because you didn't make these videos. Like, that's the deal. I don't help coattail creators. And a coattail creator is somebody that needs somebody else to create something so then you can capitalize off their hard work. And that's just not what I do. Now, that said, this might not be your fault. You might have been told that this is what people do on YouTube to be successful. There are plenty of gurus out there that will say this. So take that however you want it. But if you're going to continue doing this content, I'm not the guy to go to. Okay, I only help like real creators. And I hate being like shitty about that, but that's why the VIP is called Real Creators, because if somebody tries to pay money to join that, I'll just refund them and kick them out. Like, that's just not, like, people join the Discord, a lot of sloppers join the Discord, and we can't hold them all, right? But sloppers don't pay money. And so that's why the VIP is a monthly subscription, because nobody, like, a slopper might pay $30 once, but they won't maintain that to like be on my inner circle where I help people one-on-one. And so, yeah, that's why. But we can't hold them all for the main free Discord, so there's not much I can do about that. But yeah, that's the whole point of Real Creators. They're real goddamn creators. No. Okay, lots of stuff here. This is the guy that complains a lot that I don't pick him. So now I get to call you out. But that's okay. I know how much of a pain it is to not get picked, because I was that way. I spent, man, when I did the Mocknick stuff and I kept submitting to vidIQ, I probably did that for 4 months before I joined their Max community. So, this right here, first I want you to say that there's some stuff at the top that that is context that I need to read, right? And it says happy birthday, and then it says, I believe that's Barbie, right? But obviously don't put something so high because it gets in the way of this. But also, this is a lot of text for me to have to read to understand what the short is all about. Okay, so you're playing Barbie Girl because it's Barbie's birthday. That's fine and all, but it's not interesting, really. It's not gonna make me stick around. There's a piano guy. He's in the Discord. I don't think he's in the VIPs. He might be in the VIPs, but he's in the Discord PianiCam, okay? I'd like you to take a look at the stuff that he does, because he does a few different things, but he knows how to use hooks to get people interested in playing piano, okay? This is the type of thing that makes people curious what happens at the end, and then they have to watch. And I'm going to bring up, there's one in Hook Bomb that I want to show, so I hate, like, saying, hey, here's my product again, but I really want to see it. Will it be in music? Yeah, here. All right, so PianiCam. Dude, what's funny is I didn't know PianiCam when I added this to Hook Bomb. Like, but now I do, because he came in and submitted, and it was just like a weird coincidence. Okay, so this is something that could make people interested. Watch.
What you hear.
I'm gonna put it.
What you hear.
Okay. So, are you curious what he played? It says, what you hear, and we don't hear anything. We just hear pop, 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 pop. And then he says, what I hear. Clearly, he has headphones on. What does he play? Are you at all interested at what this is going to sound like? The answer is yes. I'm curious. I want to know what he played. I kind of know. I never would have put that hashtag in there, but I understand why he did. But yeah, this is the type of thing that makes people interested in your piano playing. Music is tough to break in. Nobody cares if you're good or not. They only care about being entertained.
What I hear. What you hear. What I hear.
Okay, now, your stuff, Barbie guy. People are only sticking around to see if you're good at it or not, right? And that doesn't interest anybody. You have to consider that this is going to millions and millions and millions of people. There are plenty of piano players on YouTube. What makes you special? What makes you stick out? Just playing doesn't do it. But if I were to grab my guitar and say, I don't know, like my guitar teacher just died, but this was his favorite riff to play for me. I taught myself, so I don't have a guitar teacher. But I'm just saying that so you guys don't get upset. But I built a story. Like, you're curious, like, what was so important? Why was that his favorite thing? I haven't even played anything, and yet people will stick around to hear it now because they're curious. Curiosity, that's it. That is all you need to master to go viral. Is somebody going to care if I play a riff really cool on my guitar? No. But if I make them care by prefacing it with a little bit of a story or a text hook like PianiCam did, now you get it, right? I got to give a shout out, though. Satoru Senpai, I love that you're creating. I love that you're not just like taking clips from other people or using AI. I love that you're trying. And I believe that you can do this. I just think that you needed a little bit of guidance in the right way, okay? And like the easiest guidance to get is just to see what successful people do and copy that shit. Not word for word, but copy it in your own way, okay? That is Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins said that. He didn't say copy that shit, but he said something along those lines. So let's do the VIPs, okay? We're going to do the VIPs, and then we're going to get back to it. Right now, we have 7 VIPs. And I actually have the VIP timer that I'll put up, although sometimes I don't stick with it, all right? One time, I had this one guy say that I didn't give him good enough advice. Like, he had 10 or so questions in his form, and then he emailed me afterwards saying, you didn't answer all my questions. Or he said, I don't mean to seem ungrateful, but you didn't answer all my questions. And I'm like, well, what the hell, dude? Like, I don't know what you want from me. But anyway. it just reminded me, like, somebody that kind of complains or will comment or say something so many times, like, hey, I think this Satoru person complained that the timer was never constantly moving, or that I didn't get to everybody in the stream. And, like, honestly, there's probably a little bit of a language barrier here too, and so he might not have understood the whole situation and why. But I'm saying, Satoru, don't email me if you didn't like my advice. Please. Okay, that includes a paid promotion? That's interesting. What's the paid promotion?
Thank you.
Oh, that's so cute. I wonder if it thinks it's a paid promotion because you're using Barbie in it. Anyway, yeah. So, hopefully that helps you a little bit. Make sure to join up in the Discord, and hopefully people can help you in there, okay? Let's get rolling on this, on these VIPs. And like I said, after this, we're resetting the form so everybody that's here can actually get a better chance of getting submitted. Don't worry about submitting right now. I'll tell you when to do it. John isn't our dance monkey. Oh, man. If I bring that up... I'm bringing that up on screen so I can take a screenshot of it later, just as a reminder to people. I'm only here for your entertainment, right? Okay, so let's do these VIPs. I am Swiss Cheese. I am Swiss Cheese. Very new VIP. We got us a real creator up in here.
Matt.
All right, let's start. All right, man, Dark Souls 1 has the best bosses of all time. Okay, cool. I am not interested in your opinion, right? Because I don't know you. And so maybe I have a different opinion, or maybe I don't play Dark Souls at all. This is not a hook, is all I'm saying. Let's get into it.
And Dark Souls really has the best bosses of all time. Then what do you call this? Gravelord Nito? Or like Gravelord Not So Nito?
Dude, it's so good. You fucked it up with the hook. Dude, nobody got past the hook because it's like, whatever. But here's how you do it. This is a quote, I'm assuming. Put it in the comment. Like, make it a little screen cap of a comment that somebody commented on your shit. You know what I mean? Hold on. There's got to be... I know in Hook Bomb there's like one version of this that I always pull out. Oh, there's so many. 1 second. It might be... Give me a sec. Sorry. It might be in food. There's so many, I don't know. Yeah, this guy.
You can pop the pip out of an avocado by pressing the back. Pop the pip out of an avocado.
Okay, so this guy brought up like a comment. He just blurred the name in the. Oh, you know what? I gotta stop doing that with Hook Bomb because I have the perfect example right here. My short seam. Bam. Yeah, Curious Rondel. Actually, I kind of cut that. I retyped what he actually asked. He asked that in a form. And then I just made it into a comment. And honestly, you could just give that to Gemini and say, hey, do this. But when Gemini made it, or whatever I used, it made it too long, so I just cut off the end and like brought it under so it would fit in this space so you could read it, okay? An average around 20 to 30K views is 30K view jail. And obviously, like, I faked it again, but I made it bigger, right? So this hooked people because it was like, somebody commented and I'm going to answer it, right? That's what you should have done here. But instead, you just made it a quote that somebody may have said, and so it didn't really grab me. That is one way to go about hooking people, okay? You said, I've been experimenting with different ideas to try to come up with a replicable format. I think I should keep going with this style. Honestly, if you do the comment thing, it's perfect, right? That you can make anybody say. You could just fake the name. Just fake it. I don't care. People don't care about you faking it unless like they have to be invested or something. They just want to be entertained, right? You might get a person who's like, fake, but nobody listens to those guys anyway. Okay, so I hope that helps a little bit. Oh my God, I gotta read their reason. Oops.
When I tried playing Dark Souls, I couldn't beat the gargoyles. They were too hard. Yeah, because you gave.
Dude, it's good. It's a solid. Just do the comment thing, okay? Because like, I don't know, it gives you credibility too. Like you have a big community and people are commenting. Just do that, okay? Just try that. But I put this thing on the forum that says, what do you like most about the Real Creator community? realcreator.community is the website. realcreator.community is the website. Actually, I think it is. Yeah, realcreator.community. So, you know what? I think I've got weekly Q&As. I forgot to add that into... No, here's the problem. Look, professional feedback, sure, we do that. We do the weekly Q&As where I talk to people, like we all jump in a video call on Saturdays. Insights, assets, and tools, yeah, all that stuff. But you know what I didn't put on here? You get live reviewed every single time I go. Like, I do these live streams and you always get reviewed. Why is that not on there? I gotta put that on there. Anyway, yeah, there's more to it. And then here's the warning. And I have to remove that because I don't offer that anymore. Anyway, but I said, what do you like most about the Real Creator community? And that's at the end of the VIP forum. And he said, Grumpmeister is less grumpy over here. Oh, good old Grumpmeister. Okay, let me move on to the next person. Cat Mom Chronicles. How's the storytelling, and do the chosen clips match well? What would you change? Okay, I will do this.
Tour was just chilling in the garden, but then the snap.
Great start. Great start. You set context, and then you put a but. Perfect.
Appeared. He tried his best camouflage move and ended up as a flower. Tour was
okay. Great setup. I think this is fucking adorable, but the end wasn't. There was no end to the story. Okay, it's like you had a good setup of a story, but then you just made up the ending because you knew it was a good setup, but there was no punchline. Okay. But then he was a flower. What was that at the end? There was like a. Oh, it's your thumbnail. Okay.
Thor was just chilling in the garden, but
yeah, Thor was just chilling in the garden when suddenly a snack appeared.
Then the snack appeared.
Okay, so when I say when suddenly a snack appeared, you know, like I deliver it faster, right? You don't have to go at my pace, but making it the one quicker sentence will help. Okay, but the problem with this, and you said, how's the storytelling? Do the clips match well? Everything. What would you change? What words would you remove? I just told you that. The only change now is it needs an ending. And which, if you remember what I said in the VIP group call last Saturday, I said start with the ending first and then build backwards, because that's how you know you end up with a great story. And so, if I were you and I had this footage and I thought, man, this is a good start to a story, I'd have to wait until the ending. Or I'd have to like find something that funny that really happened like yesterday or the day before and think maybe that's the ending to the story. Like, you have to know what the end is to even get there. So I hope that helps, because that is like really good and I love it. I love the death click, whatever.
And ended up as a flower?
Yeah, it's just, it makes no sense at the end. I love, Monty does that. Every time like I pull out a toy that he goes crazy about, just he sounds like a alien from Mars Attacks. Okay, all right, we're gonna move on to the next one. Kalia re-edited the video that got 10 views, added more tension. We'll see how it performs. Let's take a look-see.
Oh wait, I'm kind of. Ooh.
Great start.
Now we gotta make the other one match. Crap.
Okay, it was solid. All right. Here's what I'm gonna say about this. This is a great. It's great. I love it. The whole thing. It builds up. I don't get confused. I know exactly where to look. But it's a 7-second video, and 7-second videos need to be watched like 2 or 3 times to really perform well. So, if you're brave enough to do such a short video, you got to have the utmost confidence that this is a viral video. And I think that this could perform well. I don't know if it's like watch over and over again type well, because like there was nothing left for me to figure out. But when you watch a video, here, I'm going to tell you the one example that I always give. I added 60 seconds a couple times, but don't worry, guys. It's not going to last that long.
I just found a dark secret in this cube illusion. You see, this looks like 4 outer cubes with one in the middle rotating, but it hides a visual glitch based on induced motion. So here is a test.
Oh, okay. Going back to Hookbomb. Hookbomb.com. Hookbomb.com. Hookbomb.com, 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 hookbomb.com. Where is it? There. This one. I made a video about it, but I don't know if you saw it or not, but this one was really good. Here.
Stranger.
Okay, so what my dog sees versus, or what I see versus what my dog sees. The joke, the punchline, she's all bent over. Okay, I could leave right now, but then... Oh, funnier pose. I wonder if there are 2 more poses.
Still don't know my name.
That's really funny. And it starts over, but then it clicks. Oh, that was a parody of that song. Still don't know my name. And it was so good, I have to watch it again because I got to hear that parody again. It was a surprise that like finally hit me right at the end. That's what turns an 8-second video into 83 million views. That I watched it twice, I know, but more people had to watch that like 3 times. So that's a perfect example that there are these like extra little things that can keep people watching again. Sitting at 170 average view. Okay, so yeah, that one might take off. I mean, if people are watching it at least 2 or 1.5 times. Yeah, so just give it time. Okay, when did you put this out? 4 hours? Yeah, give that shit time. It might take off because there's nothing wrong with it, right? It's just, is it good enough to get triple views? I don't know, but you did everything right. So, yeah. Are people so invested in it, right? That's really the still don't know my name part. Grumpmeister is touching grass. Grumpmeister is touching grass. Grumpmeister, grumpy, grumpy, grump, grump.
This theme park ride looks like it's about to fall over.
But, okay, we got a but. Good.
Something stops you from crashing. Meet the Topple Tower.
Okay, it's good. It's good. Yeah, here, everybody remember this thing. Remember the thing I'm about to tell you right now, okay? This is the thing to remember. After halfway through your first sentence, there better be a but. Okay.
This theme park ride looks like it's about to fall over. But something stops you from crashing. Meet the Topple Tower. One of the most insane rides ever.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. I hope you don't mind, Grumpmeister, but I'm going to jump into the VIP. It was on video feedback. Okay. This was the original.
This theme park ride looks like it's about to fall over. But that's why they...
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Here.
This theme park ride looks like it's up...
Damn it, Grumpmeister, how many times are you going to send this shit? When did I add my 2 cents? Again, guys, no worries. I'm going to go over in time. Okay, yeah, here it is. This is it.
This theme park ride looks like it's about to fall over. But that's why they call it the Topple Tower.
Yeah, but that's why they call it the Topple Tower. Okay, that doesn't really open up a question, right? It doesn't make me more curious. It just, it kind of ends right there. It topples, okay? So I said, remember, curiosity. It looks like it's about to fall over, but the reason it doesn't is more impressive than the ride. build up the details, build things up, and then reveal that there's a giant 10-ton block of concrete on the bottom. And that was just my thought of how to make it more interesting, okay? He says, that already helped a ton. This has the best stats I've had on shorts ever. Just seeing what other steps I can take in future videos. So I'm really happy for my VIP here. And like, this is just one of those things that if you plan to be a real creator, like, you got to know how to create curiosity, and we can help you.
Ever built, but with a costly problem.
Oh, that's another good hook.
Lifts you 10 meters into the air, starts spinning, and that's when the entire tower tilts over. But the only reason why you don't crash is this massive counterweight. These rides are incredibly expensive to maintain, so there's only 2 left in the entire world. So, would you ride this? Incredibly expensive to maintain. So, these.
Yeah. So your 20-second is your drop-off mark. After you revealed that, but the only reason is this gigantic motherfucking big-ass thing at the bottom. They're like, oh, okay. They left, okay? All the stuff you said after your reveal, they don't stick around for it. So if you clipped off the last 2 or 3 seconds, it'll probably perform even better. But yeah, man, that's it. That's all I could do. It's very difficult for Gruntmeister because he's so micro-niched. He's into theme park rides, roller coasters, that sort of thing. It's a very you gotta really dig deep for more stories, and kudos to him because this is really great. And the bend part where you're bent back was like such a good shot. All right, part-time progress. Now we get to you.
With the modded M4 that I found earlier, with the punchy ammo, I was ready to take on my challenge and give Caban some good news.
Alright, you start with some context that, like, I kind of needed to be there for it. Like, with the thing that I did earlier, don't ever start a short like that. Because, like, now I feel alienated. I feel like I'm not a part of the story. And, like, because of that, I forgot what the story was about. What is it?
That I found earlier, with the punchy ammo, I was ready to take on my challenge and give Caban some good news.
What challenge? What are you talking about? Like, none of this has context for me.
Fuck's sake, man. With the
You didn't... Yeah. This is not a short, dude. There's just nothing to it, right? So... I don't know how to fix this particular one because it's like we had to be there for it. And this doesn't create curiosity, this just creates frustration. Because nobody's gonna leave the shorts feed for you. Like, you gotta give them value for them to do that. You can't just tempt them with value and then have them leave, right? So, I'm sorry, this one I can't really help. You say, I did the other form as well. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you did. With shorts regarding my... It's so funny that you included that and you actually did get picked and I had to ignore it. Okay. With the shorts regarding my channel, how best should I approach making them, seeing as it's content pulled from my long form? Don't do that. There you go. Currently, I'm clipping the funniest moments. Okay. However, it's hard to create curiosity using the long form footage. Yeah, don't. Should I continue clipping? What are you doing? Are you doing game clips? Because, like...
Somebody in this house.
Okay, it's gaming, right? So... Alright, we have... Sever, I hope you're here. We have another gamer. He does horror stories, horror games. And one of his biggest issues was he was just showing the interesting thing, right? He was showing the thing that he thought was the highlight, the good stuff. But that's not what gets people to watch. People watch when they're curious. They gotta have something to stick around for. And so there are plenty of ways to do that, but you tease it or you set the stakes right at the beginning by saying like, oh my God, I think somebody's right around the corner. All right, I'm gonna stick around to see if somebody's right around the corner. But if you start with, so this thing I did earlier, now I gotta complete this thing that you don't know what it is. It doesn't hit the same way, okay? Should I continue clipping as my audience grows? You can clip all you want, but you gotta clip stories. And one last, Sever's here, okay. One last thing, if you thought that a good punchline or something happened later in the game to a great setup at the beginning of the game, push them together. I don't care if like a bunch of shit happened between. Make a good story out of it, okay? You already got the footage, make the story. 2 more, and then we'll get back to the normal reviews and we'll reset the forum.
Here's every weird rule you can break in this new chess game. 1.
Okay. Did I use this hook right? Yes. Oh, you used it from Hook Bomb. Here's every
weird rule you can break in this new chess game.
Let me check Hook Bomb real quick. Here's every... it's nice that we can just search it. Here's every weird niche-related topic.
Here's every weird crime and its punishment from 15th century Britain.
Okay, so that kind of already has all the context I need, right? Here's every weird crime and its punishment from 15th century Britain. And yours is, here's every weird rule from a game I have no idea what it is. So how would you set that up? Let me think on
Here's
it.
every weird rule you can break in this new chess game. 1. The winning condition. Forget capturing the king. Here you wipe out
you know, it might be good enough in this new chess game. Yeah, I don't know if it's as powerful. Like, that's the one thing is you made the hook correctly, but does the hook work great for you or not? Not all hooks work in all circumstances, but you did it correctly.
every single piece or you lose. 2. The board weighs too many.
But you know, this is actually really clean. I do like this setup.
Here's every weird rule you can break in this new chess game.
Man,
1. The winning condition.
One thing I love about your content, sorry I keep interrupting it, you make such clean edits. Like, I can see everything. Oh man, it is just, I think the last one you did was like my favorite. Where you spoiled the story. Yeah, this is so good. Alright.
Weird rule you can break in this new chess game. 1. The winning condition. Forget capturing the king. Here you wipe out every single piece or you lose. 2. The board weighs too many moves and the tiles crumble beneath you. 3. The bishop. With the right gambit, it moves like a knight, hit twice, and makes your opponent skip their turn. 4. The reverse. Keep pieces of the board entirely and deploy them at the worst possible moment for your enemy. 5. The economy. Some tiles turn your pieces into gold. You spend it between rounds and it's like a stock market on the chessboard. 6. The casino. Mid-run, the game throws you into a slot machine. Whatever you land on changes everything. Here's every weird rule
you know,
can break.
I like it. You're trying to find the perfect format where you can say, here's all the shit about the game, but it almost seems like you're giving value at the same time. That's a rough line to walk, my friend. But you're doing it fairly well, without it seeming like an ad, too, right? This is pretty good. It didn't feel like you were advertising to me. Also, I don't think I caught the name of it, but the hook itself could be different. Like, this game has the weirdest chess rules. 1, bam, 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 bam. 2, bam, bam, bam. Like, that kind of would set up better in my head because now I understand the context. And this chess game is the most, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's better than yours or not, but that's the way that I would have done it. And I would like to see how that would work for your next one. But, yeah, this is great, man. This is really solid. You used the hook correctly. Did it perform well for you? Okay, normally 3,000, 4,000, 872, 2,000, 4.2,000, 1,000. Oh, that's the one. 7,000, 5,000, 16,000. Okay, all right. Let's just give that one time, I guess. I don't know if it's...
Yes, every weird...
Honestly, if it's already died off, I just think that maybe the hook wasn't the best for you, or the best of that situation. But please keep trying new hooks. One of these will hit 100,000, and then I'll give you your money back, okay? And if you get 1 million, I'll pay you $50. How about that? How about that? All right. And then 7 is somebody that we've already submitted. So, let's get back to it. I'm deleting all the forms, hell yeah. Just so you can see. Delete all the responses. We've got 0. Okay, everybody go to shorts.reviews and submit again. Or the link is in the description. And we'll wait it out. Oh, you know what? I need to put the music like way up higher. There. Sweet. All right. Let me refresh, and we've got this many. Looks like number 5. Bum, bum, da, da, bum, bum, da, bum. Number 5. Okay. Then we're gonna spin again. That way I get a couple of you right away. Number 2. I'm gonna write these down. Get your shit in fast. I'm spinning now. Number 5, number 2, number 14. Number 9. I'm rewarding the people that were paying attention is what I'm doing. Number 1. Number 11. All right, let's do number 5 first. Once we get through these 6, then I'll start picking from, it'll be a much bigger wheel here in a minute, but we'll get that done. All right, this one is called Next Lore.
This game looks like another FNAF clone, except every monster keeps calling itself your friend. At first, it looks simple. You wake up inside Upward, an abandoned kids' amusement park, grab a cute toy weapon called Inky, and try to escape. But then the words, "I am friend," start writing themselves in red, and a giant dog mascot appears. At first, it feels like a normal jump scare, but then you learn what Upward actually was.
Welcome to your new purpose, Upward.
Okay, so here's one issue that I'm going to take with this. You said, I saw slow-paced story gaming shorts doing well that are like this, but I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Any help? Also, should I reply to comments? You can if you want. But one thing... Oh, that's not what I meant to show. One thing I want to take issue with is this right here. When you see something doing well, what's the point of doing it? You want to also do well, you want to make money, what, right? A lot of people just jump in the game because they want to make money, and that's not what I help. I help people like kind of find their passion and find what they really love to do, and then I help them build a future out of that. So I'm just telling you this for if you want to be invested in this with me, if you want to like stick with me, like invest in your future. If you want to do this shit for your future, then by all means, that's totally fine. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people just want to do whatever's successful, and I don't think they end up happy at the end of it. So I'm just going to say that. But one of the biggest issues that you've got is when you compete in this space, you will always be the 100th person to cover whatever game. And so you fall into a conflict radius, which just means that you're not offering anything new to that subject. And when people offer insights, their opinions, their reviews, their critiques, their like new information, that's when they fall out of the conflict radius and they go viral. But anybody that just covers the story of a game, it's probably already been done like 100 times in 100 different ways. So you're gonna have a lot of issues there, okay? Just keep watching, man. Find something that you really, really want to do with your life, and I'll help you do it.
Ready for the surprise? All right, bro. I have a surprise.
Wow. Holy crap, man. That was solid. How can I improve this short? Do you have any ideas on how I can pass 10K view jail? All right. One thing I'll go ahead and say is I kind of already know what the end is because you're pouring stuff on his head, either ice or water or whatever. If you had text that said not water with an arrow pointing at it, then that's like that would get me interested. But right now, I just assume it's 2 kids playing around, pouring water on each other. And me being a 36-year-old dude, I'm not really interested in that. But your idea of how a hook works is correct, okay?
Ready for the surprise? All right, bro. I have a surprise for you. But before you can see it, I need you to put on this blindfold, all right? Okay, sounds good. All right, just put it on, and then I can tell you when you can take it off once I have your surprise ready.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you this because you need to hear it, and it's because I wish I knew when I was your age. But people can tell when you're acting. Okay, as you get older, you get better at lying, and you get better at like pretending. But when you're a certain age, it's almost like you can tell when a kid is like really trying to set something up. So consider the less that you talk, or the more real the situation is, the better it will perform. I'm not saying go prank people that don't expect something to happen. Like don't go pouring water on strangers or whatever. But the reason that somebody like Logan Paul really felt right and made things work is because it was genuine. The stuff that they did was actually real. And so just know that it feels funny to you guys, but people that are watching, you're going to get a lot of comments like, oh, fake, or oh, scripted, or whatever. And that's just something that I wish I knew when I was a kid. And I hate being like that honest with you, but like that is the situation. So just take that into consideration, okay? You have to keep creating. That, like, there's no choice now. You are already very good. You know how a hook works. What I just said, don't let that push you away from creating, because you guys will be the next big thing. Like, I see the Stokes twins all over you.
All right, I'm coming to get your surprise.
Yeah, boy.
All right, are you
That's
ready?
a bucket of water.
Yeah. Take off your blindfold. Ready for the surprise? Ready for the surprise?
Okay. All right. It's solid. It's got a solid foundation. You just got to kind of watch it from the outside perspective, what people are going to expect. You know what I mean? All right. Number 14. This one is misinformation and such. This is the most awesome thing. I don't know what that means.
Oh my god! What is that?
It's like a laboratory.
It's like a laboratory. Hold on, there's a sign.
Oh, man, the sign? Okay, so one thing I didn't realize is it's way over here, okay? An arrow could have helped. What the hell is that? Like, that's probably how I would have started. Like, what is that? Ding, and then you're getting closer, and then you push a little closer, and from there, it seemed like you made all the right choices, okay?
It's like a laboratory.
It's like a laboratory.
Is that something written?
Hold on, there's a sign.
Yeah, you said it. I would have gone at it a little quicker, but what does that sign say? Like, just that sort of thing. Dude, to be honest with you, if I were doing this, I'd fake some things and I would do a voiceover to make things, like, progress quicker. You don't have to do that. A lot of gamers don't, but that's just, like, how I would work the shorts angle.
The evil house tower of evil and also boss.
Probably should have zoomed in on that a little.
This looks like it's some kind of evil place.
This guy didn't know how to center his windows.
Now we know how.
Man, that's good. That's like the scariest. Oh, that should have been your punchline. Because if I was doing a voiceover, oh my god, that would have been the perfect punchline. This place was freaky, but the scariest part of all was that he didn't know how to center his windows. End. Bam. That's really good.
What you build? Oh my.
Yeah. All right. I said a lot of things. I hope it helped a little bit. You have a great setup here. I feel like that will probably do well. The only thing that 1,000, I think it's still going to do well. Give that time. But the things that I point out make it more obvious. All the things that create curiosity, I just like amp them up to 10. And then I wouldn't do part 1, okay? Just like make everything its own thing. Number 9.
The protein industry doesn't want you knowing this.
I would not start that the same way. I would start it by like, why does it matter to me so much? If you're eating one of these protein supplements, stop, right? Don't show them either. Like, give me 1 second.
You ought to know there's text, visual, and audio. And once you learn what those are for, bomb.com is where to go.
This channel did what I said and got 650,000 views. Then they did it again and got 7 million views. This is exactly what he did.
There's one game on Roblox you should never play.
That one turned into 670,000 now.
There's one color you should never see.
And then the one that got 7 million views, I think he used this one. Okay, I would start something like, if you're eating one of these protein supplements, stop, okay? Or you could just hold one and blur it out. If you're eating these, stop, right? Now you've made it a very serious situation with this viewer. They have to stick around to know exactly what supplement it is. That's the angle I would have taken this. By the way, these are David's protein bars, and they were really huge because they have a ton of protein and not a lot of calories. Turns out they were fucking lying about all this stuff. And so I have a bunch of these that I'm just not eating. But yeah. That's exactly what I would have done. You don't have to show it on, you don't have to be on screen if you have to be faceless, but if you show all four of something and then you make it relate to the viewer more, that's going to get a lot more attention. That's going to hook them. But if you say, here's what the protein industry doesn't want you to know, I could give a shit, man. Like, seriously, here's what the pharmacies don't want you to know. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's very, like, conspiracy brained. And it's like, we get enough of it, right?
Every store shelf is covered in high protein labels. Bars, yogurts, pasta, and even water. And you're paying more for every single one of them. But here's the truth that nobody tells you. The bar to call something high...
Didn't you just say that?
The industry doesn't want you knowing this.
Oh, okay.
Single one of them. But here's the truth that nobody tells you. The bar to call something high protein is embarrassingly low. Brands just slap it on, raise the prices, and watch you grab it off the shelf. Some even sneak in cheap proteins like collagen.
Yeah, dude, connect it to the viewer more. Here's how the protein industry is fucking you over, right? Now it's about you. It's not about this thing that nobody cares about. It's about you. That's what you gotta do, okay? The editing style's fine. Make it connect to the viewer more. Although I do see a lot of the squiggly grid in the background with things over it and black and white grid with things over it. So if you ever wanted to experiment, it'd be something to do. All right. Why is my... let's see here. Number 1. Cornish origami. What can I do to make a better hook at the start? Origami moving star. Okay, let's see. Couple thoughts. This... I don't know. I would say, like, this origami actually moves with an arrow pointing at it, or... man, you could make it about the viewer. Impress your... You know, that's stupid. Let me take a look here. Origami is, like, very search-based. How to make blank. How to make blank. I don't know what kind of origami hooks there are. This one's interesting because it says fidget, and I see this, and I'm like, wait, you can make something out of paper that's similar to that. So I don't know how that helps you with an origami star, but I feel like there's something interesting to expect at the end because I have more information here. Magic. This one says illegal bomb. Illegal? Dumb, but like, you know what I mean? It works. Origami flower. This is totally fine. It's very, very simple, and that's search based. So when that pops up in the shorts feed, it's not hitting a lot, but people are searching how to make an origami flower. That's popping up, and it's getting crazy views. If I were you, I'd focus on just making a great backlog of origami stuff. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Yeah, without Will, it's a little tough. So this is what they did. The origami fidget cube or whatever. Then this was yours? No. This one. We can't see it. Mods lock in. John, the screen. John. Hold on one sec. Let me back up just a little bit to number 8. Or number 9, sorry. Did I...
The protein industry?
This was the protein one. I hope that helps a little bit. I think I full screened it. Oh, that's what happened. I went to... Yeah. So all you missed was the protein, but you did see it before I clicked off. And so, yeah, you understand the protein one. All right, back to origami. So all it says is origami moving star. How many people are searching for moving star? I don't know. But if you hone in on search-based shorts, it's going to help you a lot more because hooks are really difficult to do with origami. But couple origami flower, not a hook. It's just, here's what to expect, and it probably did really well because people searched for quick origami flower. Make sure you write quick or easy or these descriptors in your titles because people don't want to do hard stuff, and they don't want to do stuff that takes a long time, all right? Then this one says origami fidget magic cube. That I don't understand what that means. I have to stick around to understand it, right? It's interesting. I see a little fidget cube down here. Maybe it sets an expectation. And then there was another one that says illegal bomb, like one of those loud paper things. A word like illegal makes people wonder what the hell that could be. So magic is a good word, it seems. Origami bat. You know what? I bet you most origami stuff is search based. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. All right, number 11. Derek, I'm gonna give you. Hold on one second. Before I move on, I have to do something with Derek. Because he needs to be able to do this. Actually, Derek, type exclamation point John, Derek. I just want to see if this works. I don't know if it's on or not. Do you review your chat channels? That's literally what I'm doing right now. Okay, I see that you hit it, but it didn't work. Okay. Can you do... man, that's weird. Moderators. He's a moderator, so I don't know. Okay, whatever. Basically, John is supposed to like let me know when something's wrong, and then exclamation point screen is supposed to switch the screen. So you could try that, Derek, if you could. Exclamation point screen. But you know what? I'm gonna test this real quick. What the hell did I just do? I just need to know that it works at this point. Okay, so screen worked, but John didn't. John, I gotta test John because that's not something that Will has ever done. John! Okay. All right, I'll figure out how to make that work next time. But yeah, that's like a warning to me. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't work for non-moderators. Okay, cool. This next one is... Yeah, so if you ever notice that the screen's messed up, just do the exclamation point screen, Derek. And it'll pull me to a pip, like the one you're seeing now.
Your comments in Minecraft. Part 2.
Sheep fall from the sky when it rains.
Programming your comments in Minecraft. Part 2.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Programming your comments in Minecraft. I want to know your latest opinion, your opinion on my latest short. This is the third one I've made. Programming your comments in Minecraft. One thing I'll say is your editing gives me enough confidence that this is going to be worth my time. So I would probably give it an extra 5 seconds before I scrolled away. So my lack of understanding of what programming your comments meant should be solved before 10 seconds. So let's see.
Programming your comments in Minecraft. Part 2.
And his like 2 frame per second character with the shadow blinking. It's stuff that you won't notice that you notice, but it's stuff that I can easily pick out, like why I stuck.
Ooh. Sheep fall from the sky when it rains.
Bob, is that you?
Okay, easy enough. Yep. 7 seconds. Dude, yeah, this is great.
Bob, you came back.
Punching any passive mob spawns an aggressive iron golem.
I don't think anything will really happen. Oh!
Make TNT duplicate every block it breaks.
Okay, I hope my PC doesn't break.
Oh my god. Okay, so here's your biggest issue, your intro. I don't get it, and so I might have left. This whole programming your thing, right? But if you just left that be a text hook as you went through here, like sheep fall from the sky, like if you started right here, I would get it. And then you could just leave it as your title if you want. Your intro is probably turning a lot of people away. Honestly, I'd go and clip it. 6,000 would easily turn to 30,000 if you did that. That's it, man. I think that everybody would understand it, but the reason that people aren't getting past this is because they don't get it. Programming your comments, I don't know what that means, right? But if you lead by example, sheep fall from the sky when it rains.
From the sky when it rains.
And then that took a little too long, right?
Part 2.
Sheep fall
from the sky when it rains. I would like remove the sound effect and have the sheep falling in the background as you're reading it out loud, and then it goes to the clip. Yeah, you're prefacing it too much. You're just setting it up, and people, they don't have the patience for that. That's the shorts feed for you. All right, number 24. Saga Gaming. I love your thoughts on editing and pacing in this. Okay. I have to mute the damn song. Which I know is probably important to this. Porter. Okay. So, I don't know. Hold on just a second. I love your thoughts on the editing and pacing in this Apex tribute song. I'm not going to watch it because there's like no story. There's not much that would make me want to stick around. It's kind of like an edit channel, right? Especially with how it works with the audio, my lyrics plus Suno music. I think that makes me less interested, to be honest with you. Even just the beginning and around 120 would help. Why does it go that long? Why? This is Cat Mom. Playing Ash in Apex is my second passion after being Cat Mom. Feel free to skip if you don't want to review 2 shorts for me. Yeah, you're kind of at a point where you're just... Man, that guy looks so familiar, I swear. But... I guess I don't get it, right? It's just like, it's gaming, but there's like music to it. I don't know. You know how I feel about edit channels. It's not going to keep me that long. If you, Cat Mom, had made a 2.5 minute video on your Cat Mom channel, you know I'd be like, what are you doing? I feel the same about this. It's just like there's no curiosity to keep me to the end. It's like I made this for fun, you know what I mean? So I don't really have much to say about it. If you're doing it as a hobby, great. But if you want people to watch it, you got to give them a reason to stick around and make sure it doesn't last for freaking ever. And that's just the name of the game when it comes to shorts. and clarity, because I didn't even understand what the point of it was. What the fuck is this? At the start of the engagement was the best. Yeah, that's straight line until 18 seconds, and then it goes to 70%. Why is that? I gotta be honest, I don't... What do you mean? It's like, it's got 16,000 views. I don't know. Rate this Backrooms edit 1 of 10. Okay, so there's a little bit of curiosity there. I don't know. I mean, by then, they already saw it, so now you're just going back up. It's boring. So I don't know what that's about. Like, I feel like I'm going somewhere, and now it's like, all right, now I'm just going back up. So people leave right there. I guess that's what you were trying to ask. Why do they leave there? But yeah, I don't understand it, so I can't quite help here. What is a Backrooms edit? Is that like a thing to music? Because like, I don't really help with those channels. There's not much there to help with.
During a game.
Okay, so I think I just found proof that Messi's an alien. I'm leaving because this is nonsense. Right? I just like, all right, whatever. If somebody's gonna be funny with me and they're gonna like make a joke, then what they're showing shouldn't be somebody else's footage. Right? I'm not interested unless I'm ready to connect with this comedian or whatever. That's just a personal preference, but when you show things and it feels like you're about to drop some knowledge and then you say he's an alien, there's just like a disconnect there.
I think I just found proof that Messi's actually an alien, because
yeah, like,
how did he do this during a game?
And yeah, so it's just clips of soccer. So there's not much transformative being done here. Yeah, it's just somebody else's clip. And that's just kind of how I feel about general sports clips anyway. Like, this thing was crazy clip. I didn't create it, but it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, this is not what I do. This is not what we do here. I've seen your name in the VIP a lot, and so they are giving you the correct advice. I saw Gruntmeister talking to you. Yeah, you're getting the right advice. And if that's not what you want to hear, it's not the right community for you. And that's okay. That's okay.
You'd think a missile has to be pointed at its target to hit it. The F-35 proves you wrong. It can fire backwards, and there's a reason almost nobody knows about.
Okay, so the setup with this hook is wrong, okay? I wouldn't say it like, you think this. I would say, this plane has a crazy-ass feature that nobody knows about, or... yeah, something along those lines, right?
You'd think a missile has to be pointed at its target to hit it. The F-35 proves you wrong. It can fire backwards. And there's a reason almost nobody knows about. The pilot's helmet...
There's a reason?
...is the key. There are 6 cameras built...
You know, the reason that it fires backwards is not as impressive or interesting as the fact that it fires backwards, right? So you're making your short about the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
To the F-35 that is pointed in every direction. The video from those cameras feeds straight into the helmet visor. Now here's the part that sounds like science fiction. To pick a target, the pilot doesn't move the...
Feels very GPT written, be honest with you.
Yeah, they don't even move their hands. They just look at it. Their eyes through the helmet tell the missile where the target is, even if the target is behind them. When the pilot hits fire, the missile launches forward of the wing, because that's the only direction it can launch. But the missile is a sidewinder. It can turn so hard it would crush a person. Its engine swivels.
Oh, that was good. That was really interesting. So, all the things I said, but also like try to trim this down a little bit. Give me 3 interesting things and leave it at that. If you tell me any more than 3, I'm leaving, okay? And if you take forever to tell me the 3, I'm also leaving. So there's like a balance you got to strike here. I hope that helps a little bit, because it seems like you've got great potential here. You can do this. It's just to find the right angle. And that's the thing. I'll go ahead and tell you this, because like it's not an easy thing to find the angle. You can talk about Cat Mom. She has trouble finding the angle in certain stories. We all do. It's like you're not born with it. You just have to learn where to look. And so that's something that I'm gonna release in the future. Is okay. I'll just go ahead and say it. So there's a couple products I'm working on. One is the Hook Breaker, and the Hook Breaker does exactly what Hook Bomb does, except you can load in videos and it breaks down the hook for you, like, here's my competitor, how does this hook work, and like it does my work for me, and then you can do that. It's just like a drop and then here's your hook type thing. And sometimes it won't work, sometimes it'll be like there's no hook there, I don't know what you're trying to get out of me. But then the angle finder is the other thing, and the angle finder is like a tool but also a guide to take your story and like work through it and ask yourselves these certain questions to find exactly the thing that you can turn into your hook or into your thumbnail, because that's the other thing you need the angle for. So if somebody were to give me their long form video and say, hey, what should the thumbnail be? I'd figure it out. I'd be able to watch through it and be like, that is the moment. That's the most dynamic part. Turn that into a curiosity thing. That's your angle. But not a lot of people know how to do that. But if you had a tool that you could just upload your video and then get your angle, or you had a story and then you could just upload that and get your angle, then you'd know where to make your hook, make your thumbnail. It sounds like magic, I don't know, but that's what I'm working on. And so the way that I work on it is, first I start in my frameworks, my step-by-step how I find the angles. And it's taking a while to figure out how I do it, because it's not something that is easy to do. It's something that you practice at. And there are like different ways to get to the angle. There's probably like 20 different ways that I get to an angle. But when I finally get to it, now I have these frameworks, and any one of your stories, any one of your videos, I can plug it into my framework and be like, okay, is this the way I find the angle? Nope. Okay, let me look for another one. Is this the way? Nope. Like one of the frameworks out of the 20 will work and find your angle for you. So yeah, it is hard. It's not the easiest thing to do, but that's the problem. And so if I looked at this transcript and I'd be like, okay, well, that's not really the most interesting part about this. It's the fact that they fly backwards. That's what I would make the short about. How much time would that save you if you already knew the angle before you made the short? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, that's two of the plans. We've got a big whiteboard full of like the next year and each quarter of what we're releasing. But I'm releasing something very special for VIPs for free. It's included. And so I haven't been adding a bunch of hooks to Hook Bomb lately because I've been so focused on this other thing. But yeah, Hook Bomb, we'll get some more hooks added shortly. I'm going to add a ton each month. And so I'm very, very excited about that. For anybody that wants a bunch of hooks already made for them, hookbomb.com. That's what you want to check out. I made a mock-up picture on the channel where, yeah, here. I'm pretty, it looks cool, man. Like I brought it into Photoshop and like put it on a screen and stuff. And yeah, I like it. Like that a lot. Anyway, hookbomb.com. What is it? What is what? Oh, you know what? That's probably late. I explained everything. Okay, y'all. I gotta run. It's 5 o'clock here anyway. But I will catch you on the flip side, okay? Go get Hook Bomb. And join VIP. That's really where all the magic happens. VIP. That's realcreator.community, okay? Buy all the shit. All right, I'll see you guys later. Maybe if the music would play, it'd be a lot less awkward. Oh, you know what? If you guys don't know, here, maybe this will work. I'm curious if it'll work. If I do Discord, will it show up? No, it won't. Oh, yeah. Do the Discord. Join the Discord. Those that don't have money, I don't have money either. It's okay. Join the Discord and we'll try to help each other out. All right? This wheel has something against you. Hey, You're one of the creators that I watch. You're in my watch list. It's nothing against you. 36 still left. What do you mean? It's randomly selected.